Hello guys, this is me Basit, and today we are going to be breaking down this podcast edit that I did for my client. And many people ask me to break it down. So, yeah, today I'm going to be recreating this and breaking down some of the effects that I use and how I did it. So, yeah, let's start it. So, let's first watch this podcast and see which effects we can break down. And yeah, let's start it.
You got to build trust. People need to realize money comes from. You got to build trust. People need to realize money comes from relationships. A lot of people want more money, well, then they need more relationships. Relationships are built on trust. People need to trust you.
So yeah, we are going to be breaking down these text styles in this, and mainly it has most of these text styles and text animations. Plus, many people like this animation, so I'm going to be breaking down this how I did it. So yeah, let's start it. So let's start with the text. So first of all, for the text, let's see. Unfortunately, I lost the project file, so I only left with this raw footage of the client, but I lost the project file, so yeah, we have to recreate it everything on our own. So yeah, let's start it.
You got to build trust.
So this is
You got to
sentence.
build trust. You got to build trust.
You gotta build trust. So right now we are going to be adding text like this one. So as you can see,
You got to build trust.
so yeah, so first of all we will add a text layer here, and I'm typing gotta. So first of all, I'm going to be removing the stroke from here, plus adding the color to white. And yep, so the font that I have used in this one is, I guess, with Poppins. Let's go with the Poppins. I guess I used Poppins because I like that font. Yep, maybe used medium, maybe white. Let's see if it's a yep. I mean, also we will reduce the line from here, and yeah, that looks great. We'll make it italic, and we'll reduce the size. I don't know why this is not working. So yeah, forget this. We'll scale it down a bit. Then we'll add another text, which is trust. So I will duplicate this layer and Control C, Control V, duplicate. Now I will add trust here. So as you can see, I've added trust. So overall, our titles are ready. Our captions of titles are ready. So as you can see,
You got to build trust. You got to build trust.
gotta build trust. So it's ready. So in this video, if you can see in the podcast, this second text is kind of bold. So we will make it bold, and yeah, we will make it bold italic. So I guess this is pretty much it. Maybe slightly more if you can go with the extra bold. Yeah, I guess this one looks perfect. So now we have the text ready, and we will make it align it properly. So yep, now it looks better. Second thing I did here is, as you can see, there's a red line here. So to create this, what we need to do, we need to just come here at like pen icon and just pen tool and just click it here and start making the shape from here, click here and then till here. Once you do this, you will see that your stroke is applied. But one thing you need to do, if this is not appearing, what you need to do is just come here and remove the fill from here and add the stroke. Because most of the time many people add this and they don't see anything, is because they have enabled the fill but not the stroke. So you have to disable it and then open the stroke. So once you get this line, all you need to do is just increase the stroke width like this, and once you do this, you will see here you got that stroke. So you have to make the shape layer behind the text layer. So right now it's not visible because the text color is white, and now we will change the shape layer to red. So as you can see, we got this red. Now we will align this both of these text plus shape, and we will get this. So now we need to decrease, so maybe decrease the size a bit of this text layer. Yep, align it again. Shit. One thing we are going to be doing is adjusting it a bit. So yeah, right now it looks great. So one more thing we have to do is, as you can see, I've made this build icon slightly bold. So I've built text slightly bold, so we were going to do this, maybe medium metallic. I guess it looks perfect. And if we see this one is slightly more bold. So for this we will keep it like maybe regular italic. I guess that's perfect. And yeah, so overall we have made the text layer. So I will slightly reduce the stroke here to make it better, and slightly increase from the left. Right now it looks perfect. So what we are going to do next is align it properly. Now it's aligned. Now what we need to do is, our text is already almost ready, and plus we have added the stroke. Now we need to, as you can see it in this one, the stroke starting from the right. As you can see, because of the zoom you can't see, because if you look at this, the stroke is coming and the text coming up from above. So how we can do this, we need to first come here and open it, and open this arrow, and in the content panel, as you can see, there is a add icon. Just click here and add a trim path. Add trim path and open it, and slightly you have to just click on the end, select the end keyframe and drag it down, move it ahead, and then reduce the value. As you can see, once we reduce the value, it will start moving like this. So this is how we create this type of movement. So now we will make it ease. So first I'm going to be selecting both of them and pressing F9 on the keyboard, so it will ease in the keyframes. Now what we need to do, we need to make the graph better. Right now it's just basics, it's
You got
not
to build
fast and
trust.
it's not smooth, so we need to make it smoother. So just come to the graph, and you can select the graph from here. Select the if you have selected the value graph, it would look something like this, but we have to work on the speed graph here. So just select it and move this one slider to the end, and select this one and move it slightly more like this, so
You
it will
got to
look
build
like
trust.
this. So you have to you have to practice the graph and copy my graph exactly like this, so that will make your animation smoother. So once you do this,
You got
now
to
we
build
have
trust.
almost
You
done
got
the
to build
text
trust.
plus the shape. Now we have to add the animations on the text. So how you can do this, you can go and download use any animations from the Mr. Host plugin. But if you don't have this, so you can go and download this, it's free. So you can use any animation from this, or you can go and in the link I already added this preset with the tutorial. So how you can create this, you can just go and watch that tutorial and download the preset from there. So just drag and drop this preset on this, and you're ready to go.
You got to build trust. You got to build trust.
So first I have to just slightly adjust it, because this is too long. Let me adjust it. I don't know why I put it so short. Yep, as you can see, keyframes are too far, so we have to move them closer to get that smooth.
You got to build trust.
So as you can see, we got this text effect.
You got to build trust. You got to build trust.
Now you need to
You got to
sync them.
build.
First I have to start with you gotta build trust and move the trust ahead, and slightly move the shape layer, because we have to start with the U.
You got to build trust. You got to build trust. You got to build trust. You got to build trust.
Trust starting from here.
You
So
got to build trust.
we will adjust these keyframes slightly to give it a better look.
You got to build trust. You got to build trust. You got to build trust. You
Now
got
it
to
looks
build trust.
really great.
You got to build trust.
Let me increase this a bit more. Turn bold. Maybe not. I don't know. Semi bold. That looks perfect.
You got to build trust.
So now overall our text and the animations are ready.
You got to
Now
build
we need
trust.
to add some spice to it, so to make it better. As you can see in this, we have like a slightly drop shadow plus Yeah, let's add slight drop shadow in this. I don't think we need to add that, but let's try. Let's try drop shadow to a slightly borrowed look. It looks slightly more focused now. And now if we add this same drop shadow to the crust. Yep, that's okay. So now we need to add the glow to it. So right now I'm using the normal glow. I don't have the deep glow plugin because I have not downloaded it yet. So yeah, so first we will add the glow here and we will play with the properties. So for me, increase the I use the more radius, like I increase the radius every time I put glow, because that does not make the glow overexposed. That looks smooth. To make smooth glow, you need to increase the like radius and reduce the intensity a bit to make it smoother. So if we go and add this same here, as you can see right now it's looking exposed, so we need to increase the radius in order to make it smooth and slightly reduce intensity, so it will give you the smooth glow vibe that like many editors lack this. So if you have want to create better glow, you have to make glow spread more and reduce this its intensity. I hope you got it. So yeah, now that's everything.
You
We
got
have
to
done
build
everything.
trust.
So yeah, we have to put the glow on this shape as well. As you can see, now it looks better.
You got to build trust.
So now we have created this almost. Sheesh. So yeah, overall it's done. So now
You
what
got to
we need
build
to,
trust.
so another thing I have added here is a zoom, as you can see. So the zoom is starting from his face. So how we can create like zoom like this. So to create zoom like this, all you need to do is add a, I guess, null object, and yep, add a null object, and then select all of these files that you have created, all of these assets, all of these. Select this null icon, the snail icon, and attach this to this null object. That's it. So yeah, after doing this, all you need to do is just on this null panel click scale plus position. Once you do this, add keyframes here and move those keyframes slightly ahead, and then scale it a bit, move the position, and yeah, move closely to its face. And as you can see right now we are at his face, and now when this keyframes will play, you will see it's coming out of his face.
You got to build trust. People need to.
So yeah, it gives the same vibe as this one. So now we need to make it smoother and we need to ease in the keyframes. So all you need to do is select all of these keyframes and press F9, and just go to this graph editor and open this and select these keyframes and move it ahead. And now do the same with this graph as well. Move these keyframes slightly, starting make the graph like this, so it will come slightly slow plus fast, and then move it down slow. So this makes the graph really smooth plus really great. So
You
yeah,
got to build trust.
so as you can see
You got to build
how
trust.
smooth it
You got to
looks.
build trust. People. You got to build trust. You got to build trust. People. You got to build trust. People. You got to build trust. You got to build trust.
So as you can see, the graph looks really great, plus the text coming out of after this. So yeah, overall we have done the first animation. Now let's move on to our second animation.
Relationships. A lot of people want more money. Well, they need more relationships.
So let's go and see where we have made that animation. So you have to do this the same thing with every text on this. So I've done this the same again and again.
Money comes from relationships.
So now we need to create this money comes from
People
relationship.
want more money.
So we need to create the animation here.
People need to realize money comes from relationship.
Money comes from
Realize
relationship.
money comes.
So I will split it here and just press Ctrl Shift D and it will cut it off, and then just move it up. So we will left with this.
You got to build trust. People need to realize money comes from.
So create this animation first. So I will just crop them off and delete them. So so that we get a clean timeline. And now we'll just go, and first of all, what we need to add here,
Money comes from
first we'll add that background, and let's see if we have the right positioning here.
money comes from relation.
Yep. So what we need to do is just add a background. So first for this, I have a library of background which I use. So in this I have used this one. So we will use this one, and drag and drop here. And as you can see, when we scale it down, so it's in the vertical form. Now we need to make it horizontal. So all you need to do is just click here and select rotate, and in the rotate property just change it to 90, and you will see that it's rotated. Now we have to increase the size a bit.
Money comes from relationships.
So now as you can see, the opacity is too much. First we have to reduce the opacity of this overlay. So I will copy it till here and move it upward, and for this I'm going to be disabling this and reducing the opacity of this. So I guess this looks perfect for this background. And now we have to add the assets. I've already got these assets. So to download these assets, all you need to do is go to flat icon and download these assets from here. So yeah, you can download these assets. So right now I'm just going to be animating them, and first of all let's start with the money icon. So I will drag it out of this part here, and I will add this on the same place right here, and slightly decrease this size. And now we will add the text. So for the text I'm just going to be copying from here. So I'll put this below it. This reduces character size, and yeah, now we will change it to comes from, and it's good to go. We will reduce size a bit more so that it comes here. All you need to do is adjust the text according to your liking, slightly reduce it. So now it looks perfect. Yep. Second text we are going to be adding is the money. So we are going to be, as you can see, the money is behind the assets. Money is behind the money asset. So what we need to do is just copy this and make it over and write money on it. Select it and increase the size of it, and just place it behind the money. And now we need to remove the fill from it and add the stroke. So as you can see, the stroke is added. So what we need to do is now just decrease the stroke value to 1 and slightly decrease its opacity to around maybe 20, or maybe, yep. So as you can see, we have created the same effect here, or maybe, as you can see, yep, it looks perfect. Maybe slightly we are going to be decreasing the color a bit to slightly darker white, darker gray, something. Yep. So now it looks perfect. So overall our structure of the animation is done. So now what we need to do is create the same thing with another asset. So I'm going to be putting this trust icon to next to it and adjusting the size a bit. And the text we have here is relationships. So yeah, I'm going to be copying the same text from here, come from, and duplicating there and moving it next to it. So yeah, same this, and I will change it to relationship. So now it looks perfect. Maybe we will move it slightly closer to this, and yeah, we are good to go. Yep. So now we will add the same trust text behind the money icon, behind this trust icon. So where was this? I will move it upwards and place it behind it. So we'll change it to trust, and now it looks perfect. Slightly increase the size, and yeah, now it looks perfect. So now it looks perfect. Now we will see we have this trust icon. So I got the different trust icon here, so you can use anyone. So we will stick with this, and for this the trust icon is slightly golden, in the golden color, so we will change the color to golden here. Yes. So now it looks perfect. So all we need to do is just add some spice to it. So first, one thing is left, which is the stroke icon here. So to create that, all you need to do is just come here at the starting and add a pen tool here, and just start creating stroke from here and go till here and move it like this, and then like this. So once you do this, you will get this shape, and to adjust it a bit, all you need to do is select the center keyframe and move it according to yourself and slightly above, and change the corners to make it curvy and smoother. So now we need to decrease the size of it, so we will decrease the stroke width to around 10%. Maybe that's so much, we will keep it to around 5 and see. So yeah, that looks better. So for this, we will again select the pen tool to adjust it a bit. To make it smoother, we'll adjust it. Keyframes to move it, we'll do this. So now it looks perfect. To move it, we will just select, remove the pen tool and select from the selection tool, and just move it slightly in the center. So now I guess it looks perfect. We need to just make this one slightly like this. Yeah, maybe this one looks perfect. So yeah, this looks perfect. So we'll crop it from here and delete the first part, and from here we are going to be again adding the same trim path animation, but for this I've already created a preset, so I'm not going to create it again. So I'm just going to be selecting trim and just drag and drop this preset. So if you want this preset, just come in the word preset, or I'm just using social media tactics here, so you can get this on from the description. So yeah, so it's already animated. So
Money comes from
I
relationship.
only need to do is change
Money
the
comes from
keyframes,
relationship. Comes
and
from
yeah,
relationship.
so it
Money
looks
comes from
perfect.
relationship. Money comes from relationship.
It's perfect. Now we need to just add slightly more spice to it. As you can see, uh, it's slightly looks like maybe curvy from the start, and starting it's slightly making a pin effect or something. I cannot explain what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's starting from the like spin type effect. So I just don't know what to say here. So yeah, all you need to do is just come to here, and in the shape icon, shape layer, just go to the stroke, and after going to the stroke, you will see here are multiple effects. So all you need to do is just first of all remove this line cap and line join to make it round cap and round join. And as you can see, when you do this, the edges, the curves, the corners are become rounded. So all you need to do is now is just add dashes. As you can see, dashes options, just on this plus icon, add plus, and as you can see, you will get these dashes. So all you need to do is, if you want more dashes or bigger, you can just increase it. If you want more, you can decrease it. So yeah, for this I'm going to be keeping it at around 15 and 14, and maybe slightly like this 34. And so the offset work as if you want to make it a loop or something to offsets use, we can use offsets for that. Now we need to make the edges and the corners slightly a more shorter, or maybe slightly more like, that looks like, what should I say, like just keep it taper. So for this, you have to come to this taper tab and open this, and on the start line increase it, so you will see it's making the edges like this, the sharp edges, and we will do the same with the end length. So you have to keep this both same. So right now the both ends look sharper, and this makes it really good. So we will make it 41 both sides. So as you can see,
Comes from relationship.
it
It
gives
comes
that
from relationship.
smooth
Comes from
line
relationship.
vibe. Alright, so now we have done this as well. So we will fix the screen first. So now everything is done. One thing is left, which is text animations. So for this, we have the text animations from the preset we have used. But in this, if we look at this, we have different text animation. It's coming like this for both of these. So for this, we have to first remove the animations from them, the old animations. So what we can do is just come here and remove the animations from here. Just click off the turn off these animator and come here at animation composer, the Mr. Horse, and add this any text animation from here. So for this specifically we have used, I guess, maybe this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. Right now we have created this animation. I'll apply the same to this one. Let's turn off the animator from here. So now
money comes from
as you can
relationships.
see, we have
Money
done
comes
the
from relationships.
animation text animation. So Mr. Horse makes the workflow a lot easier, so you don't have to go and animate everything on by yourself. You can just drag and drop these presets.
Money comes from relationships.
So as you can see, we have created similar as this one. So now as you can see,
Money
there's
comes
one
from
more effect we have left here, which is the money icon. Money comes as popping up. So to create this popping animation, all you need to do is just select it and again come to animation composer, and in the 2D transition layers, just come here and select this last one, add it and reduce the number of bounces to 1. You can keep it to 2 as well, but I like to keep it at 1. So as you can see, now it looks great.
Money comes from
So overall the
money
animations
comes
are
from
done. So yeah, we will do the same with this one and we are good to go. Now we will add a glow effects to this. So I'm not adding the same thing to here because I've told you you can add these as you want. So I will show you at one place so you can copy the second thing as well. So now we'll just go and add the glow and spices to it. So we'll come here and the text and just copy the glow from here and add it here. So right now the glow looks really bad. We have to increase the radius and decrease the intensity to adjusting our liking. Maybe reduce the threshold a bit to give it the smooth vibe, and maybe so now it looks, I guess, perfect. We don't want to go crazy over glow. Many people do this, so we will keep it simple. So we have the glow on the text already, so we don't go add here as well. Now let's add here. So now it looks really great. Slightly the intensity is too hard, we will make it slightly low. So now I guess it looks perfect. You have to play with the adjustments to make it look smoother and proper. So yeah, the glow is already done. So now what we need to do is add the zoom. To add the zoom, we will go with, again, same thing we have to do is use a null object. So for that, what I'm going to be doing is just first deleting all of these from here till the animation, moving this one above so we get this organized feel. So I will just organize this properly, and now we will add a null object and place it above here, and we will crop it off from the corners, from the sides, and just simply do this. Now we are going to be selecting all of these like from the background, all of these like from the background. We're going to be selecting all of them and this, and click on this snail icon and drag it and attach it to this null icon, null layer. So after doing this, we are going to be moving this down a bit. So yeah, now our all assets are attached to this null. So now we are going to be animating this and adding the zoom animation, smooth zoom animations. For this, we are going to be first adding the both elements to this, enabling both keyframes, like a position one and a scale one, and then moving it ahead. And now we are going to be slightly move it forward and then scale it. So we'll zoom in straight to the money icon and zoom in under. So right now you're thinking like why I'm zooming in so much. So for this I will explain it later. So we have to start the zoom like from the inside, as you can see here how zoom coming in. First it's zoom in and the zoom comes out, so like this. So right now I've zoomed up a lot more, so we'll keep it till here maybe. Yes, so it looks better. So now for the second keyframes we are going to be deleting them and we are adding our own, and this zoom out like till here, slightly more zoom in, and now we will adjust it to center like this. So once we get this, we are going to be moving it in the start, and now we're moving these keyframes ahead, and now we will go and select all of these and make it easy. After doing this, all you need to do is just come to this graph editor and copy my graph like this.
Money comes from
So you will
relation.
get this smooth zoom in.
Money comes from relation.
Now
Money
we have
comes from
to move it there like on the right side to get this the trust to appear, to make the trust icon part appear. But for most of the people what they do is just they don't make it like this, like they just as you can see they are starting the keyframe from here and they just go here and add a keyframe here and then a keyframe here and then start it zooming. So what it does, it does not make the zoom smooth, it does not make the zoom like the motion, it does not give the motion to this their animation. So that's why their zoom ins, their movements does not look good. So for this we are going to have another way, which is by I don't know what has happened to the animation. So the right way to do this is by stacking the nulls, stacking the nulls in the layers. So what this does, it keeps a movement move smooth and keeps the flow smoother. So how we can create this, all you need to do is just add another null here and parent this null, the first null, to this one, attach this null. So now what we are going to do is just add another zoom at here from where our assets are starting. So how we are going to do, we are going to be again doing the same thing, open the scale property and position property and just add those keyframes, move it ahead, and from here we are going to be adding another keyframes and now we are going to be moving them on another side like this. So we will get this. Once we get here in the center, we are going to be again selecting all of these keyframes and making them ease. After doing this, again copy the same graph as this one, or you can go and copy this one for this one, because it will come smoothly and then fast and then again smooth, so slow. So it gives a really good vibe. So as you can see right now,
Money comes from relationships.
it starts
Money
smoothly
comes from
and
relationships. A lot of people want
go
more
like
money.
this, smooth.
Money comes from relationships.
So how does it?
Money comes from
It
relationships.
looks really good.
Money comes from relationships.
So what it's doing, it's syncing the whole animation with what the speaker is saying. So that's what we need to do to tell better stories. So this is how the smooth animation, smooth flow and everything is created. So we need to sync everything, we need to make the video flow better. So that's how we create smooth animation.
Money comes from relationships.
So it's slightly fast, so we'll remove the graph, the keyframe slightly ahead.
Money comes from relationships. Money comes from relationships. Money comes from relationships. Money comes from relationships. Money
That's
comes
how we
from
do these
relationships.
smooth zooms.
Money comes from relationships. Money comes from relationships.
So now it's all done. We will just cut the null objects from the start and the end and make it till here. So right now everything we have done
Money
is
comes from
already.
relationships. A lot of people want
Sheesh.
money comes from
Oh, I did one thing wrong, which is cutting this off.
relationships. A lot of people
What the heck just happened?
want money comes from relationships.
What just happened? I don't know. Why it removed?
Money comes from relation. Money comes from relationship. Money comes from relationships. Money comes from money comes from relationships.
So now we have done the animations and overall all of these things you need to create animations like this. So yeah, so one thing left, this small sparkle effect. So how I did it, so it's not any like hard thing to do. All you need to do is just come here at Mr. House and in the, I guess, effects, maybe where what it was, I don't know, I don't remember. Maybe, yep, transitions, overlays, or maybe shape elements. Yeah, so come to the shape elements and you will see here you get this. All you do is add this here wherever you want, and I will add this here and reduce the size of it, and yeah, we're good to go. So for this I'm going to be adding another glow. Yeah, I love glow. So yeah, I'm going to be adding a glow here and reduce the radius, and yeah, I guess this looks perfect.
Money comes from relationships. A lot of people.
Oh, one more thing. So when you add assets, so it will be added on the above of all of these layers. So to fix it, to adjust it, you need to move it down to where you want it, and after doing this you have to pair it to the null so that it does not move from the shape place. So right like this. If you don't do this, the shape will be stay there. As you can see, we don't want this, so we have to attach this to the first null that we have attached all of those assets to. So now this is how we create these animations and attach those assets. So now it looks perfect. So overall, this was the animation. This is how I do this. So if you enjoy this tutorial and learn something new, make sure to give it a like, and yeah, subscribe to get more tutorials like this, and comment down below which tutorial you want to see next. So I will meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.